Hey guys, it's Clay back again, man. I got another exciting one for you. I've got, finally, after months of waiting, I got my Oracle Arms Compact back from United Firearms with their inline grenade porting option, man. And let me tell you what, the machine work and the Cerakote on these guys, I posted a couple pictures on my Reddit page there, getting this guy back, just kind of showing off my wares here. Very excited to shoot this gun, to get this and show this off and see how the porting job actually affects the recoil on this guy, and we'll take her through some paces. I've got 8 mags loaded up, a 115 MagTech. Like I said, just found out that we cannot shoot blazer brass through our stuff anymore for ported guns, which, I didn't know. Probably like most of us, I didn't read the box. But anyways, I got some MagTech, and we're going to put her through her paces. So let's stand by and we'll see what we got here as we load this guy up. So this one might be a little break-in too. Like I said, normally on Cerakote guns, you kind of gotta wear them in a little bit and get the Cerakote kind of job kind of mated to your parts. So hopefully we don't have any break-in, but if we do, that's probably the reason why. But let's kind of go with it here, peeps. Go. I'm gonna go slow at first and just kind of work into it. So far, so good. No malfunctions. Put this on safe, turn my dot up a little bit. I can see a little bit better. All right, so far, so good. All right, let's burn here, boys. No lockback, per usual. I don't know what the deal is on these mags, but one mag down. So far, so good, boys. All right, let's try her. Yeah, looks good. A little closer. Man, when I was doing my review video, it was, I don't know if you guys could tell about that, but dude, it was so cold. It was probably like 17 degrees out when I was shooting that day. So I thought my hands might have been riding the slide and not getting locked back, but apparently that is not the case. Something to do. We're not getting locked back on our mags, but that's okay. This is a fun gun, range toy, so not shooting any bad guys with it. All right, one more mag. I'll come out here a little more so you can see me here. Target for the win. And once again, no lockback. Yeah, I don't know if it's this. These are the Oracle Arms branded mags, and they had, like I told you in my review video, they had sent me some new ones to swap out for the new magwell. Thank you, by the way. But yeah, for some reason we're not getting locked back, but we're good. Let's roll. Here we go. Whoever that guy said, I commented on my YouTube video that said I do this thing. I do it, and I like it. It's like my own fidget spinner, just like you said, bro. But yeah, she's looking good. Look and see. It's getting all nice and filled in dirty. Look at that. Looking good though. This gun's shooting. I like I can definitely tell that the porting job is definitely making it feel. I've got to go, like I said, when I get back to the house, we'll do a, once we always do, we'll break this puppy open and show you all the innards of the gun and the barrel, and get real close on video to be able to show you guys off. But being able to compare the felt recoil, I feel, like I said, I'll have to go back and look at the video, but I feel like it feels softer to shoot. Like I said, I don't know if the flatness is coming through. Like I said, I've got I'm pretty strong guy, so my grip, I don't have a lot of grip issues, you know, as I want to come out and index the gun. My problem with this guy is it doesn't really fit any of my holsters, so I can't really put him in my holster for this one. I think QVO Tactical just came out with a new Oracle Arms one, but I have to check that one out. But anyways, yeah, I can't really holster this guy right now, so I kind of just got to shoot him from the low ready. But yeah, man, like I can tell definitely the porting definitely feels like it feels softer to shoot. Like I said, we'll look at the flatness of, you know, the muzzle flip part of it to see how that looks on camera. But I didn't notice, I mean, just from my perception, I didn't notice anything like the gun flipping or any of that stuff like in recoil. It was more of like how hard it feels when it comes back into my hand. Let's continue to shoot this guy, put her through her paces, and like I said, when we get back to the house, we'll break her down and give you our final thoughts on this guy. But cheers, everybody. Hey guys, it's Clay. We're back from the range. I was able to kind of download all my gear and kind of get the tabletop set up for this video and for our review, and be able to show you the guts of this gun, kind of walk you through, as I always do, kind of my my process of why I selected United Firearms, my experience dealing with them as a company, the performance aspect of this porting option that they provide, and then we'll kind of just wrap it up with, you know, what I've got left to do on my OA Defense Compact, and kind of wrapping up the build. But anyways, guys, let's just jump right into it. As you know from, if you watch my previous videos, I've had some premature wear of my DLC coating on my gun. Once again, I want to give a big shout out to OA Defense, Ian Mack, my boy, man, love you, dude. They were just great to me. I mean, you know, like anytime you buy a gun of this price, anything really, for all that matter, like you want it to work, right? I wanted to scream from the mountaintops, hey man, this thing's amazing, right? And so part of the only reason why I did that build or that video was because this was a new company, and really the only videos that were out there were just like, you know, SHOT Show and kind of the hype train videos, and I really wanted to give you just a regular guy's perspective on, you know, dealing with this new firearm, and that's kind of why I want to do it. But anyways, I love this gun, guys. Like, once again, like, buy this gun, you'll have a blast with it. But they basically told me, you know, kind of where I left off was just shoot the gun, and whenever you're ready to recode it, they'll be happy to cover that under warranty. So that's where we left it. I kind of sat on the gun for a little bit, just trying to figure out what I wanted to do with it. I continued to shoot it, you know, like I normally do on my rotation. And then I was like, you know, I think I'm at the point where I want to do something, and I realized that I think it was they were coming out with their new Pro, and then had the nose ports and all that. And I was like, you know what I do not have in my collection currently? I said, I've got the V-Style, I've got the Monsoon Tactical Grandmaster Genghis Comp, you know, that's a mouthful. But I did not have any of the, you know, the inline, and I've heard really great things about, you know, that inline style porting. And so I was like, dude, this gun sets up perfectly for that option because it's got a flat top slide. So of course I get out on Reddit, and, you know, I ask the question like, hey, you know, what's some places that I can go to get, you know, that style of porting done? And basically everybody recommended, for the most part, Vulcan. So of course I vetted them, and they only did Staccatos and Prodigy. So I was like, well, that's out for my OE Defense. And so then I had some other people that were like, "Hey man, you really need to check out United Firearms." And I was like, "Oh, okay, Roger that." And so I went out on their website, and then I went out to their Instagram page, and oh my God, dude! I don't know if you all have seen these guys, but what they're doing to some of these CZs, like the Shadow 2s and the compacts, oh my God, they're stunning. They're beautiful. Like I don't know if I bought one, if I'd want to shoot it, I would still, but like it's that pretty, right? So I was like, yeah, let's at least reach out to these guys and see what's going on. I reached out. It was a Sunday. I remember it plain as day. It was Sunday afternoon, and I sent the email off, and I swear to God, within an hour, Jason called me. And he was like, "Hey man, I just got your request." I think I just got lucky. He was catching up on work emails, but he was like, "Hey man, yeah, called me. We talked like we were like best friends and known each other for years. Made me feel really super comfortable. It was super knowledgeable about the process. He about like how to send the gun in and how they wanted it. He clearly communicated." What their lead times were. He goes, "Hey Clay," he was like, "I'm not gonna lie to you. Right now, it's sitting at 30 business days, not calendar days, business days." So I was like, "Roger that, man. I got enough guns. Like I'm a pretty patient dude. We can, I'm okay with that." He's like, "I just want to tell you that we're probably gonna go over that." And I was like, "Dude, just do y'all, man. Like I'll just sit by patiently and wait." And so he sent me the invoice. It was $300 to do the machine work, and then it was I had asked him, as amazing as their Cerakote is, I said, "Hey man, I still really kind of want to do my DLC. I really love DLC." And he goes, "Hey, we've got a small vendor we've been working with. The lead times are great. They're only a couple weeks. We've had really great results." And he said, "Would you be, it's $100?" I said, "Roger that." So all in total for everything was 400. Okay, and so I paid that off. I shipped the gun out the next day. Of course, the clock starts ticking. I just kind of it's like I look at this stuff like 401ks, man. You just kind of set it and forget it, dude. Don't even look at it. And so I was like just sitting there waiting, and then I think I got a text from, I think it was Michael. Yeah, it was Michael. He had reached out and he goes, "Hey Clay, I literally just finished up your machine work on your slide and your barrel." He goes, "However," and I was like, "Dun dun dun dun," and he goes, "Nah." He goes, "The DLC vendor, their lead times they're like almost 6 to 8 weeks now." And I was like, "Oh, that's another couple months." I'm a patient man. All right, I hope that I've shown that by my current wait times, but I was like, man, and I think if they didn't do such an amazing, Cerakote applications, I probably would have just stuck with the DLC. But he was like, "Hey man, we just do a simple black and just matchy." And I was like, "No." I said, "Man, if I'm gonna do Cerakote, I want to do something cool that you got, like a cool design." And he goes, "Hey, shoot me over an idea." So I sent him over the idea about the snake plant and the color scheme. And he goes, "Yeah, let me work on the pattern, and we'll send you back a kind of a sample of what you think." And so a couple days later, he had sent me a text with a picture of the slide, and I was like, "Yes, sir. It's exactly what I was looking for. That looks sweet." Next day was in the mail. I got it to the house, and man, I was like, just as soon as I opened it up, I was just really super impressed at how clean, the machine work was, the design with the colors and everything. And so, of course, me being a nerd that I am, I get my 25 power magnifier out, and I'm looking down, the rifling and the barrel, and I'm trying to look, if I've got any burrs or pitting or, any of that, excess material left in there. Just wanted to see, what they kind of left the barrel, the condition of the barrel, and after they did their machine work. Everything was super super clean. I didn't find anything. I still cleaned, I still ran, a bore brush through it and cleaned it out like I normally would just in case. Um, but yeah, I was just blown away just right off the bat with those guys. But of course, aesthetics only go so far. So, of course, while we do these types of modifications is for performance gains, right? So, I as it sits right now, I've got 270 rounds through the port job right as we sit today. I was able to retain my factory OEM recoil spring. I did not have to make any modifications to it. It runs perfectly with it. I had 0 stoppages. When I will say, when I put the slide back on the gun, it did tighten. You know, it wasn't rocky, loosey goosey, since all the coating was off. It tightened the gun back up, but of course, you know, once you mate the parts together, it did loosen back up a little bit. But still, all in all, it did improve the fitment back on the gun, as I expected it to. And so, like I said, I was able to go out there, test fire his gun, no issues whatsoever. And I got back to the house. I wanted to review the footage from, you know, when it was non-ported, just to kind of see, you know, if I could see anything in the video, any glaring, you know, noticeable things. And to be honest with you, I didn't notice anything too much about the flip part. Like I was telling you, I got really good fundamentals, or at least I think I do. And so I didn't see a whole lot there, but it was really maybe a slight increase. But by and large, I mean, it was super cold that day when I was shooting that video. It was like 17 degrees, so it could have been hands. I mean, whatever. But with all of my porting jobs, what I do notice is the felt recoil, like how like pleasant it feels in your hand when it recoils, and it really does. When you do these porting jobs, guys, it really does take kind of the bite out of it. It does not delete it. So when anybody goes, "Oh, it just deletes recoil," you sound dumb. Don't say that. It's not accurate. Let's start using the correct words for describing what this is. So it's probably, if I was to quantify it, I would say it's probably between, you know, 20 and 30% reduction. And what it also does is, because you're machining out some of this material, you're taking out some of the material on the barrel, you know, it lightens, you know, through sciencey, you know, it lightens the reciprocating mass on the slide as it recoils. And then it just allows you to have, you know, a little bit faster follow-up shots. And, you know, on these 4 1/4s, you know, if you own, you know, a 4 1/4 or a 5-inch barrel, you're going to notice that really quickly, of how quickly these cycle. But yeah, it was, you know, it was everything that I wanted out of doing this modification with United Firearms. So if you are in the market for doing any type of porting modifications, whether they're known for this style, this inline style of porting, however, they do V's and noses and whatever, you know, really what they're going to do is they're going to look at your slide and see what they feel is best, what type of modification would best suit the firearm. And, you know, they're experts at what they do, and they come highly recommended from me. So like I said, if you're in the market for doing one of these modifications, reach out to Michael and Jason and their team. They will be happy to take care of you. They're amazing people to work with, and I couldn't ask for more. So with all that said, wrapping up for the United Firearms, let's get back to kind of what I've got left for my build, so we can wrap up this video, and I'm not so long-winded. So I think the only things that I really want to do left is this grip. I need to get do a grip reduction. I think we can do a grip reduction, and I think we can stipple it. We've got a company here in Alabama called Rocket City Stippling. They are solid, you know, company to do the stippling jobs. They've done a couple on these already. I'm going to look into those guys. So we're going to do some stippling on the grip, and then, of course, after that's done, we'll be ready for coating. I'm probably gonna take and round off these corners because they still are a little sharp and kind of have a little hot spots. And then we'll send it back to United. We'll refinish to do the matchy to the frame, and then I think I'm gonna ask Michael. I don't know if he can do it. I'm assuming he can, but I don't want to, you know, speculate. But I want to see if he can get this magwell on a mill and see if he can do any type of texturing down here to roughen this up, so it gives me a little bit, you know, better, you know, purchase on the gun. But outside of that, guys, yeah, like the gun, after those little things, I'm just trying to set this gun up for what best suits me. You don't need to do any of these modifications at all. Like, you can just rock this gun stock, and it'll be more gun than you'll ever need. But like I said, this is just a hobby for me. This is fun. I enjoy doing this type of stuff, and I love sharing this stuff with you guys. So that's about it, guys. Let's wrap up this video, and drop the comments down below. I want to be interactive with you guys. If you got any questions about anything, I'll be happy to share. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, y'all.